So I finally got around to Nosferatu. What do I think? What's up? It's Resident Horror in the building. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and that notification bell so you don't miss a video. I love vampire films. Finally got around to it. I've been wanting to watch this. I've been waiting for it to release on disc so I can watch it in my home theater. It was a little bit delayed for some reason. Amazon, stop tripping. Amazon, you're tripping on the delivery dates. Let's get it together, please. Nosferatu is here. Man, and I have to tell you straight up, it is a fantastic film. But let's get into the story first. This story is a romance. This woman, no spoilers, is connected to the spirit realm where she's able to connect with different entities. And she connects with an entity. She's asking for help, and an entity answered, and that entity is Nosferatu. He heard her, and he's coming to sling the vampire D on that ass. This spawns a love triangle between her and her husband and Nosferatu. Nosferatu formulates this plan with someone in the town that wants to be his underling, his servant, and wants immortality. And I guess he works in real estate, and he sends her husband over to Nosferatu. And I'll leave it at that. And this is where the story just rolls downhill, and it is excellent. It is well told, but it is a story that has been rehashed from this film right here. One of my favorite, Dracula, Bram Stoker's. This is on my top list for vampire films. I love that film. And this borrows heavily from it, and they change a little bit of things here and there so they would not get sued. But basically it is the Bram Stoker Dracula story with their twist on it. And their twist is excellent, and it's well done, and it is somewhat fresh. They also borrowed the single story of the voyage of Dimitri, which borrowed from Dracula, which is the telling of Nosferatu coming on the boat to his location to meet the girl. And this was in this film, but they rushed that portion. And we'll get to that when we deal with pacing of the film. This film will lock you in right from the start with the way it looks. It is the best cinematography in a film that you will see. Every single shot is awe-inspiring, jaw-dropping. You will be like, man, this is dark, it's gothic, it's bright, all at the same time. Fantastic cinematography. You have seen nothing like this until you've watched Nosferatu. Wow. And that alone will keep you there for the duration of this 2 hours and 12 minutes or so film. Wow. That's all I have to say. My eyeballs are literally on fire with goodness. The sound will keep you in the mix as well. Some top-notch sound for not being an action movie. You're talking about bass rumbling. You're talking about startles when it hits you with the bass, boom, and you're startled. You're talking about the screams and the blood-curdling exorcisms, or the possessions of the woman in the film and how she portrays it, and the way the film gets up in her mouth with her tongue. Wow. You're talking about the voice of Nosferatu makes the hairs stand up on your arm, your back, and your balls. I'm telling you, sound is phenomenal. What a movie. This movie, in comparison to, we've had the Nosferatu, the silent one, the old one. We've had the German Nosferatu, which I do have to watch to refresh on that. I'm going to do that pretty much probably tonight and do a comparison. But we have two before this one. This makes the third Nosferatu film. And this one definitely is better than the silent one. I'm going to see if it's better than the German one. I'll come back to you on that one. But this is a fantastic vampire film for people who love vampire films. And even if you don't love vampire films, this is a must watch for a love romance film. And it is gory ASF. When it's gory, it's gory. You're talking about a film that does harm to children. Any horror film that depicts that's horror. And that is in it for one scene, and you're like, man, poor kids. It's terrible. But it is a reality of this character that he doesn't care whether you're young, you're old, you're a child, you're a baby. It doesn't matter. When he's out for blood, he is out for blood. And he will win her love by any means necessary. So, excellent. Acting is top notch. Every single actor in this film did a fantastic job. And the main two protagonists in the film, Bill Skarsgård and the other young lady, awesome work. Awesome work. I am very impressed with this film. And you should, if you so choose to, use the link in the description, my Amazon sale link, support the channel, purchase this movie. You have to own this. If you are a movie buff, you're a fan of movies, good movies, you have to own this. This is great. If I was to have a drawback, though, for anything on this movie is I would say that it didn't stray far enough from this. Like I said earlier, did not stray far enough from Dracula. And you can tell that this is heavily, heavily inspired by Dracula. But nonetheless, they did a good job with the story. The pacing was off a little bit. Sometimes it was too slow, and then sometimes it was way too fast. Like they should have let the boat scene cook a little more. That was an opportunity for them to really show action in the film. You know, it's not a lot of action in the film. There's bites and kills here and there, but not a lot of action. But we're not looking for an action film. But that boat scene was an opportunity for them to really dive in. Action, like how The Last Voyage, Demir did it. They could have really took that time to really do that. So, yeah. Other than that, everything about this film was glorious, gory, gothic love tale. I highly recommend it. It gets the Resident Horror stamp of approval. Link in the description again. And the link in the description will also be there for The Last Voyage, which I personally like as well. A lot of people dumped on this movie, but for what it was, telling the tale of the ship and the voyage, excellent job. And also, Dracula, since I mentioned it in the video, will be in the link as well. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. Peace. Resident Horror signing out.